To learn halacha, very, very practical. If you're allowed to consume collagen, now collagen, they sell the collagen in different forms, gel or powder. It's healthy for many things. People, especially when they age, they lose, the body produces its own collagen, but you lose it, and you could get a supplement. So the thing is like this: there's no different
What's collagen?
It's a powder, a certain.
It keeps your body together.
It's an enzyme? No. It's produced by the body?
It's produced by the body, but as you age, you lose it more, you produce less of it, so you could take a supplement. A lot of times it comes in a powder. The most popular one is a powder. So the thing is like this. The shaila, why? Because the collagen usually is a derivative of an animal. Could be other sources too, but most of it is from animal. So the choira is coming from the velus to trephus. The shaila, if you could have it. No, the choira, the shaila is no different than taking any medication or vitamins, which is, we covered this already. We have this on video of some of the shiurim. So the choira is like any other medicine. If you're allowed to take any medicine that originated from non-kosher sources. Now, the only thing is the collagen is the one chisoron more than other medication, because the other medications, you swallow them, you don't eat them, so that's a lot easier halachically. It's not called achila. You swallow it. We already covered it, like I said. The problem with collagen, most of it is powder. People usually mix it. They drink it with the juice, with water. The shaila becomes considered achila or not. So we're going to cover it. First of all, mitzad ikar adin, like I said, that's what we're going to learn today. It applies to all. That applies to all medication. If it's kosher, not to be allowed to have it. So that's what's brought in Yeredea Pei Dalet. The Mechaber brings sheret soruf mutar laochloi mishum refuah de afra ba'almo. Somebody takes a sheret, definitely also. It's one of the shrotzim. It's also, and you burn it, and you want to eat it with refuah. It says mutar laochloi mishum de afra ba'almo. Meaning, at that point, it's not anymore food. It's not the sheret the Torah asad. Now it's afra ba'almo. So you're allowed to eat it. Now the Meforshim, they go into it over here, the Yad Avram, he says, from here mashma only l'refuah it's mutar. But if it's not l'refuah, it would be osur. Then he brings the Minchas Yaakov, he says, Yimakshan, he says, from the Shasu Poskim mashma de lechatchila shoreh. The chol anisrofim efron mutar. Then he goes on and he brings the raya. He says like this. The only reason why, Bama says, if somebody burned or destroyed, deformed a food, that's the lashon of the levush. Parach memena ha'isur. The isur flew away. Whatever isur was there, sheret, nevela, whatever isur it had on it, the minute you destroyed it, parach. There's no isur over there. So why if it's not the refuah would be osur? So he says there's a famous rosh that if the Gemara says in Pesachim, if somebody burned chametz, it's afra ba'almu, it's mutar ba'almu. However, if you eat it, the rosh said, by you it become achshava. You made it to you it's going back to food. The mele by you it's become osur. And the Taz says over there it's only isur drabanan because you're eating dirt. What do you mean? There's no isur to eat dirt, even it's achshava. So, but I mean, it's drabanan. It looks like by you machshav it back. However, like I said, if it's a vitamin or medication, even though by vitamins usually it's not people take it they're not such a choila masukan. It's somebody they want to just make up for some deficiencies. So since they're swallowing, it's not. Derech Achila goes back. It's not. You can't say achshava. And furthermore, not only you don't say achshava, he says here's the lumdas he brings over here. It's like this. V'aday en lahat yesheret soruf ba'achila af shenifsad me'oichel odom mishum damei da me'achle achshava. Rak she'ochel le'refuah mutar why the ozlo shaykh lema med achle achshava. The hochol yom mechiach do le'megalet b'hochi. It's not for me oichel v'aray. I don't take it as a food. I don't take it as a breakfast, a supper. I take it because as a medication, as a supplement. The meila that's on its own aray that I don't make it achle achshav because I'm considering it as a food. The meila he says that so that's the pshat l'refuah because when you do it l'refuah there's no element of achle achshav. Okay, so that's what he writes over here. That's now it's the Rambam writes. It's based on the Gemara Psochim. It's straight from the Gemara Psochim daf chofem with chavdalat mit Omer Rabbi Rabbi Yechon kol isurim shebatoyra and loikim alem l'derech achilason. If it's not derech achila, you're allowed to. Lemuta mai Omer Rav Shimi bar Ashi lemuta shem ochal chelev chai shepoter. Ad kedei kach, somebody take a chelev. It's also min haTorah. Chelev, but chai he doesn't cook it. Since it's not derech achila, the way people eat the fat of the animal, the chelev, if they would eat it, or any fat, you cook it. He eats it chai, poter because it's not derech achila. So according to this, if you take anything which is not derech achila, says over here clearly poter, and that's what the Rambam brings over here. Kol ha'oichlin ha'asurin en ha'chayav alem at sheyochel derech ha'noah. Says, Ketzat. Harei shimcha sachela v'gomoy kshu cham at shenichle groina. It brings another moshel. You cook the fat. It becomes liquidish already. Yeah. And he says, but it was so boiling that you mamish burned your throat. Or she'ochel chelev chai, like that's what the example of the Gemara. Or he ate this one. That's very important. Lagabe asked with medication to that. Or she irav dvarim morim. Kagan rosh v'la'anu l'sechayin nesach or l'togdera shel nevela v'acholan kshen morim. Or she'ochel oichel osor achar she'isriach v'hivi shu botel oichel odom harei ze potter. So you mashma, if the meat become deformed and become destroyed, it's you potter on it. The only thing somebody might argue. Yeah, go ahead.
But Potter, the Rambam already told you in Hilchos Shabbos.
Very good, very good.
Potter is Potter Avalosar.
Ah, very good. You have a good kasha. That's how a lot of people would understand. It's potter, but osur. But not so fast. Not so fast. The Gra saying the potter of osur only was saying by Shabbos. By other kanyonim, in this case he says it's potter humutter, and we're going to see that that's lemaisa it's mutter lechatchila. Especially it says sheret soruv. It says legabe lerefua, meaning as long as you have a sign that's not element of achshave achle achshave, you're doing it like this for a supplement. You're doing it swallowing. Nobody swallows food. People swallow medication or vitamins. The mele is not shaykh over there achle achshave. The mele it's mutter because it's like the lotion of the levush hoka isurim. The mina the isur flew away. Say it like this. Here's the lotion of the shach. He says. לצורך רפואה, שלא יצור אפילו שלא כדרך הנוסן אסור, ופושטו, והיינו באיסור הנ"ל, באיסור האכילה שורם, כדומה פוסקים. There is some isur where isur hanoah, basar b'cholam, kilam, it's isur hanoah. The nevela treif, it's not isur hanoah, it's isur achila. So if it's not kederech hanoah, he says it's lechatchila mutar. Now the only things what left over here, like I said, to talk about that since you don't swallow the collagen, you like I said, you buy a powder. Most of the forms that's how they sell them, and you mix it in the water or juice, you drink it. So maybe over there it would be l'choyre what the Rosh says, achle achshave memele, like you're reviving the isur, because the way it comes to you already, it's all deformed. There's no way in the world they're putting you any piece of meat or fat or something alive over there, because it would get rotten. The reason you could have it it's sitting in a box for so long, because they processed it already, they already destroyed it from what it was, they put preservative, it's bichlal not oichel at that moment, when they do it ready for you to consume it. So like I said, the only thing in a powder product, because you put it back, drink it as a food, that would be a shayla. That's why they have, they have a product among many products of the collagen, which is that's odorless and tasteless. There's no odor, no taste. They do it because even the goyim don't want to hear any, don't want to have a taste of a chicken or a rotten other taste. So over there, if it's odorless and tasteless, so and you don't put it in some juices, make it sweet. You drink it just as a water with no taste. It's mamash you drink it just to consume it. That should be no problem, like any other medication, because it's a raya. There's no taste to it. You're not doing it la'achila. It's not. It's more as a medicine, as a supplement, because there's no taste to it. I'm not saying it's osur when you put it in orange juice. I'm not saying it's osur, but better to avoid all kind of machloikes to do that. Yeah, so Lamaise said it's like any other medication and vitamins. If there is no over here element of achila and it's completely already destroyed and deformed, there's no problem. Consume anything that's derivative from animal if it was already deformed. It's not oichel anymore, and you don't do derech achila. It should be no problem to take it. Okay.